coming.
Yes, He is.
He said He was the same yesterday, today, and forever, and He's the Lord that changes not. And we're living in the hour, just like the Bible said, in the last days, men would become lovers of the flesh more than of God. There would be a great falling away in the church world. You know, I can remember, Brother Dixie, back in the days when I got saved, you couldn't have enough church. Anymore, nobody's excited about the things of God. They've got every reason in the world there is. And that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. You can't change that. It doesn't make any difference. Just people just not excited about the things of God because they don't feel like that for whatever reason it is that what God said is going to happen.
Amen. Amen.
I run up on people all the time. I was talking to a gentleman the other day and I said, you know what? One of the carryouts down at Kroger's, the freighter boy.
Yeah.
And he was going on and on and on. I looked at him and I said, son, you've got everything you need but Jesus. And you're going to fool around and you're going to die lost and go to the devil's hell.
Doing the same thing.
I said, God's giving you chance after chance after chance. And I said, son, we was born and raised around you. I know your daddy, your mommy, and all that. And he was telling me about his mommy, you know, living for the Lord. And he was there when she passed away. And he knows she went to heaven. I said, well, what about you? What about you? Don't you think it's time? I said, the devil's number one weapon is time. He always tells you, wait. You got till tomorrow. I don't know if the multitudes of people in our ministry, the 47 years we've been preaching, going on 48, that people always told me that the reason that they never ever gave their life to the Lord is because they always got something else to do. There's always plenty to do. You know what I'm saying? How many people do you know in your life that they always tell you, well, when I get this done, I'm going to give my life to the Lord. I always say it's like this here. If you could have fixed it, you'd already fixed it.
Yes.
You can't fix it. You can't fix things. If you could fix things, you wouldn't need God. That's why we need God to direct our life and direct the path that we walk and that we learn to do what thus saith the word of the Lord. And it's time that we realize that God, I was witnessing to a young lady in Kroger's today, and me and her was witnessing her, and I looked over at her and I said, you know what? I said, man, you play church a whole lot, but I said, I'm going to tell you one thing about God. He ain't playing with church. I said, nobody knows just how serious God is until you leave this life. Then you'll know how serious God is. I talk about, I talk about a lot of times. I think so much about how that Noah built the ark. And everybody could see that here's this old man out here building this ark. And I'm thinking, there's got to be something to it or he wouldn't be doing it. Now here's a guy that's my neighbor and I've known him all my life. If I come to my brother's house and I look out there and he's building a boat out there in the middle somewhere going good and well, there ain't no way we're ever going to get it to the water. And he looks over me and he says, hey, Buck, said, the Lord told me to build this boat. It's going to rain. If we don't get on it, we're going to drown. I would have been just like the people in the days of Noah. I'd have thought, you know what, Lord, he's got Alzheimer's or something. Yeah. Here's Noah every day. I can see the saws are running, the hammers are bang, 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 bang. Probably a lot of them complain like, you know, Noah, you're getting this up off early in the morning. You know, are you planning on going down to Myrtle Beach, Noah, and spending any vacation time? No, I'm going to build the ark. I don't have time for that. Well, let's mean you run down to Tennessee and ride the Ferris wheel. No, I'm not going down there either. What about the camp up on the lake? Nah, I'm going to stay here and build the ark. Because God told me to build the ark, and He told me to build it. And He told me if I didn't build it, that me and my family was going to be lost too. So Lord, let's continue to build the ark. And everybody made fun of Noah. No doubt in my mind, you know, there was probably so many that they probably had all kinds of country singers out singing, they say it's going to rain, but we never heard of such a thing. Noah was out there singing, it's going to rain, it's going to rain, and he'd drive one more nail, bang, 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 bang. All the time he was singing unto the Lord, he said, it's going to rain. I don't know what rain is, but if God said it's going to rain, it's going to rain. And Noah kept building the ark, and building the ark, and building the ark. And finally one day, Noah said, God, I've got to build. He said, okay, Noah, get you and your family, and get on. And he said, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave the door open 7 extra days.
Amen.
And I'm going to give everybody a chance to get on the ark. I can see God, no doubt in my mind. I'm just picturing God, just in my imagination. He's sitting up there saying, oh, how I wish they'd get on the ark.
Yeah.
I'm giving them every chance that I can. And the hour that we're living in now, God's given us, all of us, every chance He possibly can to be prepared. The Lord told me many years ago, whenever I got saved, He said, son, if you live to be 120, all that time that you've got is just time to prepare yourself to meet me.